Will Stratton-Morris. I'm the CEO for Caffè Nero UK, and I'm delighted to share some of our experiences in our new food transformation program and the role that Panasonic, and specifically its NE-SCV2 oven, has played in that. Caffè Nero has been undertaking its biggest transformation of its food in its 22-year history. We call it the Food Transformation Program. We began it about 18 months ago, and it was really intended to help lift the brand into this premium differentiated position that we believe it really needs to occupy. The way we approached the Food Transformation Program at Caffè Nero was really into very well-defined stages. The first stage was actually to understand what our customers really wanted from a different and differentiated food offer. And what we saw there was that they were really fond of the classics, the paninis, the tostatis, the more traditional, if you like, coffee house food. But there was a growing demand for more artisanal products, more Italian heritage-rooted products, healthier products, and more colourful products. And so the Food Transformation Programme, as far as savoury is concerned, was principally around trying to retain the core classics. One of the principal selection criteria for us with this oven was around timing. We have on the beverage side, on the coffee side of our business, we train our baristas extensively to produce fantastic handcrafted drinks. And within that is the time the espresso itself extracts from the machine, but also the hand foaming of the milk. And that roughly is around about a 60-second process. So we were really keen that, so if you imagine taking an order from a customer for a product, for a deli sandwich and a coffee, that whilst the staff member baristas put the deli sandwich in the oven, they have roughly about the same time, about 60 seconds, for the food to be prepared whilst they make the drink. And one of the great things about this Panasonic oven is it does just that. I mean, it really is roughly about 60 seconds or less for most products, and that really helps the barista continue to do their art of creating fantastic coffee, but know that the food's going to be ready about the same time. So the customer gets his beverage hot and he gets his food hot, and he's happy. So that's a really key criteria. The food looks and tastes great, and commercially speaking, we're seeing significant, what we term, same store like-for-like increases in food, and particularly the products that are in that savoury and sweet range that are part of our food transformation program. So we're in sort of roughly around about 6% to 7%. Some stores much higher, some stores a little lower, but we're tracking well. And as we now continue to roll out the SCV2 across the estate, we think that we'll see even better performance as it really beds in, and particularly as customers are aware of the great food that we've got. And that, as you know, takes some time to build awareness and trial. And that's really our focus now as we go into the autumn and winter of 2019. The Food Transformation Programme has been very successful thus far. We've had a good 8 months of use, and I have to say that I couldn't have really wished for it to have worked any better. In terms of the acceptance of the product, the ease of use, it's very easy to clean. So the maintenance schedule and cleaning it at the end of the shift, at the end of the day, which was always one of their principal concerns, because again it sort of slows down the sort of operation, has gone down really well. So they have the accessories clean easily, the interior of the oven cleans easily, and that's very important too. Panasonic have been a really great partner, in truth. I mean, what I've been struck by is the development team, the chefs. I mean, clearly to build a range of food that's going to really be perfect in terms of the offer we want, we needed to have your development chefs involved to understand. They understand what the SCV2 can do. They were very close to our food new product development team, and they built really good relationships. And I think they both have come out with great products, but also they've got a great relationship that's come as a consequence. And that whole kind of like biff-batting ideas backwards and forwards and being really quite integral, such that when the chefs pitch up here in Covent Garden, they feel like part of the team, which is, and you couldn't ask for more than that. So that's been important. And the other side, of course, of the work has been the installation. We're currently at about 250 of the ovens that have been installed across our estate, and so that means going out to all kinds of places, from as far-flung as Inverness and Truro in Cornwall, and meeting the teams and trying to install the oven in the most seamless way possible, because what we can't do is close down the store for a day whilst the oven goes in. So we've worked really closely to make that installation go as smoothly as possible, to make sure the training of our staff, and we did bespoke training programs on how to use the oven, to answering all their questions, and also within the oven, which is really good, is the pre-programming capability, because that means that the staff actually come up with ideas. In fact, even though we developed the oven to go with our new range, and many of our existing products, our pastry range for example, the customers often ask to be warmed up, and we've now developed programs for those as well. So that's kind of what you want from a collaboration. And then thirdly, on the commercial front, Panasonic are obviously a commercially run organisation, but even in those tough conversations that you always have in striking a deal, I think they've been very straight and cooperative. I think we've built a good relationship, and I suppose the next stage is what next. And we've got plans to introduce sort of particularly audio-visual sort of technology into our stores without compromising the feeling of peace and calm. A lot of customers would like to know a bit more about the kind of sourcing of our coffee, so the introduction of screens is the next obvious place to go, and we're looking forward to working on that and negotiating hard to get that equipment into our stores as well. We should also probably say that this food transformation program, and particularly the working of this relationship with Panasonic, is not just in my patch here in the UK. We're actually in the process of uplifting our food, or building on what's already actually in many of our markets a fantastic food offer. We're further enhancing that. So we've been able to introduce Panasonic to our colleagues in Sweden, in Poland, and in different parts of the Caffè Nero network, and I'm pleased to see that we've seen Panasonic send out ovens into these markets for trial, and really I suppose that's really playing to the scale of the Panasonic business, that they can react and service and look after so many different markets around the world, and that's one of the benefits of going for a major partner like Panasonic.